Jake, how do you perceive truckers?
I think if it wasn't for truckers, this nation would go to...
Quigley, what do you think of truckers? Quigley, Quigley. Wilson, how do you feel about truckers?
I don't necessarily care.
Wilson. Grandma, how do you
What?
feel about truckers?
I think I'm asleep.
Grandma, that's not an answer.
Well, you surprise me. When you're asleep, you don't respond very well to questions.
Dad, how do you feel about truckers?
They're probably a necessary part of life.
Okay, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah,
It
you're
has
welcome.
been stated.
No doubt.
Mom, how do you feel about truckers?
They get our stuff where it needs to be.
Okay, good night.
Okay, good.
Hey, Mom. What's up, trucker fam? How are you doing today? It is the 4th of July, you know, one of the best holidays ever. And today we are going to talk about how people perceive truck drivers, what they think of them, and also the equality of men versus women truck drivers. Before I had this job, I used to be one of those people who's like, I'd never truck drive. Like, I guess I looked down on it, to be honest, and because I didn't really understand and or appreciate what truck drivers do for us. And one day I finally realized that I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. No one's better than anyone, no matter what your job is, no matter what you do. And what trucking does for this nation is transport our goods from toilet paper to alcohol to food to literally everything we need. Blue collar jobs are literally what makes our nation run. If we didn't have trucks, we would just be stuck with what our surroundings are to be able to survive from a day-to-day basis. So the trucking industry as a whole is something that should really be valued. Before I was a trucker on the road, I didn't really think about truck drivers. I didn't think about how much weight we carry. It can be as much as 80,000 pounds, 40 tons. It's a lot of weight that they carry. They have to be constantly aware of their surroundings, and I wouldn't cut them off, but I would get ahead of them, or I wouldn't care so much about them. And it's something that's really important. If a trucker is trying to get onto the highway, off the highway, over into another lane, you can see their turn signal on. Give them the respect that they're asking for, just like you would any other car. So instead of worrying about you being to work 2 minutes sooner, think about what we're doing and how we can really affect the traffic and everything around you. Now let's talk about the fun subject that's on everyone's minds, equality! Yeah, men versus women, it's great. 95% of my job, I'm in that truck, so people really don't bother me. The only thing I have to worry about are my surroundings and driving. But there's that 5% of the job when I get out of the truck, when I'm fueling, when I'm dropping off a load, when I'm picking up a load, and the lovely personalities I get from people when they see me and they're like, are you the trucker? No, you're not the trucker. You're too pretty. You should do something else other than trucking. Why are you in the trucking industry? Literally questions I get all the time. In my opinion, women aren't taking it seriously, and that's a sad fact right about now. But every year the percentage increases and increases and increases, and more women are getting into this job. Eventually people will take us seriously and know that we're here just to do a job like everyone else. I try to stay as positive as I can and to look on the bright side of things. I try to see the best in people, and if people really get me to the point where I get really upset, I just start singing Hakuna Matata, and it makes the situation awkward, and then it's usually not a situation anymore because I'm back in my truck by that point. So what do you think of trucking, guys? What is your opinion on it now versus before this video, or before you thought about doing trucking, or before you met someone that was a trucker? What's your opinion? How do you feel about it? Let me know. Comment below. About to get back to my family, guys. We are grilling out, so I'm going to get back to that, but this will probably be uploaded after the 4th of July, so I hope everyone had a really great holiday, got to have some awesome family time, and I hope you got to really appreciate the sacrifice our U.S. soldiers make for us every day and what they've made for us in the past. See y'all later, trucker fam. Oh, you started. It's the blooper reel.
We were headed up to Lake Lure.
So it's really something.
It's a blooper reel.
You're so pretty. And I swear to God, I'm like, well, I use my big lady brain. What a wonderful phrase.
Sing it.
Means no worries.
Will you
For the
video
rest of your days.
Really?
It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Bye, Tucker fam.